whatever goes.
Well, it kind of changes how I tell my story. Is my point.
just wait till
In
we're
other words,
just.
the band I picked, I'm familiar with, but not something I listen to a lot.
All right, Chad.
All
right, my name's Chad.
I'm Denver.
I'm Darryl. I'm coming to you from Lakeside Studio in Virginia, and yeah, just kind of hanging out. We decided to just kind of do a really quick video, see how it goes. So, where are you coming from, gentlemen?
Kind of a little bit of a filler. It's not much. We're kind of heading in the direction of wanting to do interviews, but
we just thought it was something a little different. Yeah, we were kind of discussing.
Darryl actually kind of got a hold of us and was like, "Hey, let's do this," and then we're like, "Oh, I'm all right." And it was a little harder than I think either of us kind of thought it would be.
Yeah, it's a little more of a challenge for us. It's kind of fun to stretch ourselves. I think the idea that just so you guys know what we're talking about. We decided to go on Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Apple Music, wherever we like to stream, and look at the top 10 or 20.
However many it took.
Well, yeah, however many it took to find something we could really, kind of enjoy. Because let's be honest, a lot of that stuff we don't typically listen to. Some of it's on there that we listen to, and I got to say, as a little side note here, I looked at it, and Michael Jackson's all over it.
Yeah,
all over it.
And I know the movie's out, and so a lot of people are getting charged up about it.
Yeah.
And so obviously we would have probably all picked Michael Jackson off this list, but I'm trying to
100% out of what I saw, that's exactly who I would have picked.
Yeah, beat it on it, and just all kinds of stuff. So kind of good stuff.
But again, with that stuff we like, so that kind of is it's not part of this whole thing. It's more things in the top 10. I personally went for this week.
Yeah, I did too.
Throughout the week, what was the top 10?
This year.
And I was looking for things that I wouldn't normally listen to.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I chose someone I'd never listened to before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, that's hard because, I mean...
That's the challenge, though.
Well, I get that, but what I mean is that's a time frame thing. I mean, that takes some effort because
So anyway, who wants to go first?
Anyway, well, what we're doing, well, I'll go ahead and go first since I'm running my mouth anyway. Well, like I say, it was hard really finding something that I genuinely was like, that perked me up and said, oh, that's worth a listen. And so, in all fairness, it probably took something that I was somewhat familiar with to make me even go, all right, let's give it at least a good shot. And, but this is no band or anything that, as a matter of fact, I had to ask my Alexa to play something by that band that was big from them. And I'm not even sure how familiar I was with that. I know the band, and the band happens to be Muse.
Okay.
I guess they've got a new, and I kind of have some notes on my phone. So let me kind of look at what I'm looking at here. Muse Hexagons is the name of the song. I believe that's the song. And it starts out at first, I think when I first listened to it, I started to wonder if it was no lyrics. It was just an instrumental.
Yeah, they kind of do a decent amount of that.
Yeah. But I mean, it was cool. It caught me right in the beginning. I kind of was like, okay, all right. Once again, nothing that I would, jump in my car or go sit in my room or whatever and be like, I'm popping this on. But, at this point now, maybe I might give it more of a shot. But I just, a lot of it is, when we start getting into the production and the things like that, I don't know. I do have a little bit of notes on, hang on, I wanted to get who was part of the album.
Okay.
Oh, I should have went first.
Sorry, guys, I picked up the wrong thing.
Chad, you want to go?
Yeah, Chad, you go ahead and go. We'll get back to mine if I got anything to say. Yeah, I ain't going to have to. But anyway, that's the song I picked.
Was what?
Okay. Reiterate that again.
What did you like about it? What did you like about it?
I just overall, I'm just going to be totally honest with you. It's just out of everything I started listening to, it was what I could tolerate the best.
Well, and that's the thing. We're going to run into stuff. We're going to be like, this is the best out of what I wouldn't listen to.
Yeah,
you know, in this case. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, the music is there as to appeal to you. If they appealed to everyone, you know, you wouldn't have, you know, some of these people I looked at, they got 14 million listens.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like a lot. But how many billion we have in the world? Yeah. You're like, that's a drop in the bucket. You know, really, so that's why we have so many different types of artists.
I don't mean to sound arrogant in the fact that it's all I could deal with. And I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't mean to sound like that. That's not what I meant. I meant just for the most part.
No, you meant it.
I listen to, what mostly we listen to, is not going to be in the top 10, 20, maybe not in the top 100. Not that there's not some in there we like, but for the most part, that's not what we listen to.
Well, not for this particular time frame.
Not for this topic.
Yeah, in the time frame right that we are in now.
You pop in the top in the 80s, pop in the 90s, even to early 2000s.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to have a lot of interest in those genres, and I can still do it now according to if we go to a specific genre.
Right.
You know, if we did that, singer-songwriter, new singer-songwriters, you throw I just really been in Noah Kahn, people like that. But you know, we're simply doing everybody. So there could be country in there, rap, a rock, and as I noticed, like I said before, Michael Jackson's all over it because of the movie.
Right.
So, and that's stuff we grew up with. So
it really.
Chad had the jacket. He knows.
Real quick, and then I'll let Chad move on.
Wear it again if I could.
Okay.
All right, Chad, go for it.
I went with Tame Impala. I have heard their stuff before. I do like them.
I do too.
Overall, I think they really are. But what made me choose this one was they did a remix, which, if you don't know, I hate remixes for the most part.
I do usually too. YouTube does them a lot, and I'm like, good Lord, why'd you do that to that song?
No, just remixes. Like they take a song and then they'll add something to it.
Oh,
like a dance feel or
usually
something
it's a
like
drum,
that.
Drum beat in the background, and
Generally don't like it.
Sample, but yeah, they're changing it.
But they did a remix with her name's Jenny, and
just Jenny.
Yeah, her voice was really good for it. Like it fit nicely, and I thought, you know what, it wasn't too overproduced for being a remix.
Right.
It still kind of stayed true to kind of its. The song was Dracula. I'm sorry. It was Dracula. And you know, like I said, it's a song that's already been out, but it being a remix, it's new for I think this.
Are you talking about Rob Zombie's Dracula?
No.
What Dracula song?
Well, I guess Tame Impala did it.
Yeah, there are some songs that have the same title.
They do. Lots.
Huh.
There's only one Bridge Over Troubled Waters, but besides
that's the only thing you can't trademark is the name of a song.
Yeah. Okay. That's why you get movies that way too. But that's again, side note. But well, tell us. Okay, so you like the voice. So the remix, the music wise, wasn't too much. It wasn't too
right. It
Saturday Night Dance Party.
Tastefully done, and not overproduced, like I said.
Yeah.
Her voice fit it, you know, nicely, and she's like, you know, all throughout the song. So I was, pleasantly surprised by. If I was out somewhere, I'd listen to it, and had a good beat. Yeah.
Well, you know. I like it when people bring in some guest artists, especially when they have that voice that just really does something to it. You know, it just like really adds something. I know. Who was it? What now?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was. God, who was I listening to? It was. He brought in Willie Nelson, and you know, most people don't look at Willie Nelson and think, "Oh, it's a classically great voice." But man, just the depth in it. It's the character in it. There's just such a great tone and you know, it was just really good. And that happened when I was looking through here, and I actually been listening to a song called Rubber Band Man by that's one then. You know Rubber Band Man, the original one.
Hell yeah.
This is actually Mumford and Sons, and they brought in Hosier. Or Hosier, or Hosier, or Hosier. Whoever says it, they all say it differently. And he just brought a new depth to it. It's a great tune. But it was just really interesting to hear his low voice come in and just make this presence. But that wasn't what I chose. That's just me rattling on. So, but yes, to your point, Chad, long way around. I enjoy that myself, and they're bringing
very long way around.
Really long way around. But that point was made.
You brought up guest like appearances and voices and things like that. But I'm a big Steve Winwood fan also.
Oh yeah.
Back in the High Life.
Oh yeah, great tune.
At the very end, it's James Taylor just does that one part.
Oh yeah.
Back in the High Life, and that's it.
That's it. It's like
that's all he needed.
That reminds me of Mike. You guys heard of Michael McDonald? I swear in the 70s he just walked around the studio and jumped in and started singing songs. He was on like everything.
So what'd you come up with, Darryl?
Well, what I did is I did the same thing. I looked at the top 10 on Spotify and had to go out to 50. I was just struggling, and I'll tell you why. I've got it pulled up here, but let me see if I can share this.
You went a little more in depth. I was just thinking top 10.
No, I see what you're saying. See if I can find it. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I see.
Okay. So basically,
barely, but
okay. Well, maybe it won't do any good to share it then. Let me get back to where I was.
I can see it, Darryl. It's because we're far away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a reason.
It looks great. It's just we're far away.
It looks okay. Okay. So basically, on here, as I was going through, what just amazed me is it's basically 3 people.
Yeah.
Get over in the top 10. You got Drake, which I thought, what's Drake doing on here at this late in career? It's older music, actually. Honestly, it's on the Drake's been around for a long time, and
that's what made me feel like I was searching something wrong, because I felt like everything that was coming up was it wasn't really what the top songs were rated. It was the top songs being
at this time period.
Top stream songs as of right now.
Just being listened to, not
right.
new hot songs of the week. No,
right? Yeah, exactly. Which is what I think is
the most right now.
Yeah, and I think that's what's cool. That's letting you know what people are actually listening to, not maybe what sells so much, what people are choosing to listen to at home. So now I found a couple things. Ellen Langley, I thought she had she has a great voice, nice feel. Then you look at
a country artist.
She's a country artist, but to me, she's got kind of a more soulful sound for country. So I like that one.
Trying to think if that's who I was listening to.
And then I saw Michael Jackson. I'm like, good Lord, he's all over the place.
Yeah.
So then I went. You see the top 10 right there. It's basically, it's 4 people.
Yeah.
The one outlier is this Olivia. I can't remember if it's exactly what her name is, but yeah, she's got a couple on the top 20. So what I ended up going with was a song called "Earrings" by Malcolm Todd. Okay, and the reason I went with this, I like to say it had a different sound. It had a different sound than everything else on here, but it's no different.
Todd?
Michael Todd, yeah, Malcolm Todd. I'm sorry,
Malcolm. Todd.
I saw Michael Jackson and went with that. Malcolm Todd, yeah. But the funny thing is, I listened to it and I thought, okay, the production's really cool. It had one surprise, like drum part that just jumped in out of nowhere, and I thought at first. I didn't like the first one. The second one, they added more stuff to it. So the weird drum beat came in, almost changed the time signature, and he sang over it and added some other stuff. And I was like, okay, that sounds really cool on that second part. First one kind of threw me for a loop. Because it was unique. It was different, which is kind of fun too. But it's a very soulful, it's more soul than anything. So it's like going back in the 60s, 70s stuff. Type feel to it with a little modern twist on it. So I found it kind of interesting. Short song, only 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 31 seconds. But
sometimes that's all you need.
That's what I hear, Denny. That's what,
that's what they tell me.
Anyway, it works either way. But no, I thought it was a cool sound. And so that's the one I went with. I ended up going through Well, then I went down even further, and I think, well, Beat It's there, of course.
Sure.
And then I see Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
The Killers. It's just kind of crazy, kind of funny. But yeah. So this is what then this is May 25th, 2026.
Well, that's today.
Yeah.
That is today.
Well, that is today. Happy Memorial Day to everyone.
Happy Memorial Day. That's right. You find interesting about this whole exercise? This either one of you. I
found it very interesting. I mean, at first I felt a little like, I don't know if I want to do this. Just be honest with you.
Yeah.
Especially when I started looking and had a hard time finding anything that I felt like I wanted between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In my ears.
No, I get it.
Because what I was familiar with, I was pretty sure it was not my style of music at all.
Right.
But that is also what it does. And I think I was going to say this earlier. To me, when I go into it, I'm actually going into it hoping that I'm going to find something that makes me go, right on.
Uh-huh.
You know, but on this exercise, I did not find that.
Okay. No, I'm the same way. I mean, it's this Malcolm Todd guy. It's I'm not going to search it out. I thought it was interesting. It was not
nothing against anybody that loves it or likes it or wants to hear it.
The production was good. And it definitely had a feel that I think is cool.
Well, and I think
overall,
especially newer stuff, it's hard to talk about the production. That's why I wanted to look into this, because so much of it is AI and it's just digitally reproduced.
Now I can attest to that a little bit.
Just
a shameless plug for Leah Kagaris, who I'm recording right now. Shameless plug out there. I actually mastered everything.
Yeah.
In my studio here, did everything, and then I ran it through an AI just to see what it would do. It didn't change much of my mix or anything mastering wise. It just leveled it up. So it's good. It's great to go in, and if I'm doing a full album, which I am, taking 10 songs, putting them in, and it puts all the levels at the same spot.
I don't know. I feel like when I say the AI word,
the AI.
What I mean is, some people are finding their sound through AI.
No, I totally agree. Yeah, and you can tell a difference. It's very simple. The commercials that are now AI and all that kind of crap. So
it's like
you can't trust your own eyes sometimes.
Yeah, and so I think the newer music, and I listen to a lot, watch a lot of the vintage stereo stuff and vintage stuff, and one of the guys talk about it, and they say that all of this, the CDs, the cassettes, the vinyl is huge. I believe it's the leading seller of music media.
It is. And now I think CDs are coming up too.
CDs
second,
are coming
and then
up,
cassettes.
Even cassettes. But that's a whole nother issue that I have. Cassettes are cool. They look good, but it just, but he said even younger people they want that tangible. I can touch this. I can feel I own this.
Yeah, they're becoming more tactile and things.
They also got into the fact that with digital music, you can have a list on your songs, and all of a sudden you might go to listen to something and it's grayed out. They no longer have that song on there. So they can take whatever of your songs they want. And this is what he said, because if I buy the CD or the vinyl, they can't come take that from me. I got that forever.
That's it. Yeah. So, no, I think people are looking for more of a connection with music.
Yeah.
And making it more tactile. The idea that you can pull out an album and actually look at it. That's why I display when I'm playing. People always walk in and they look at it like, oh, this is a great album. They start looking at the cover, and checking it out. And I think it's becoming more like it was for us, as more of a social event versus you're by yourself listening to only a list you want to do, listen to, and you picked a song from here and a song from there. But you don't have a collection or any understanding of, who actually, did Mutt Lange produce this? Did Terry Brown produce this? Did George Martin produce it? You just don't have that connection with it that I think brought me into the interest I have in music. I think the idea that actual musicians and bands are coming back, versus the group of people, team of people writing and the producer does all the work.
Instead of creating a band?
Yeah, instead of creating a band, I think actual bands where they play their instruments are starting to make a comeback.
Yeah, and let's hope so.
That's what people want now. I think live shows are, especially local. I think that needs to be, especially here in the Dayton area, and I'm sure the Virginia area too.
Yeah, Charlottesville's a big
going on.
Well, I think
now we're all trying to get together and kind of come together as a group, as a community, and get people out to want to do it again. I think
well, it's getting like
younger generation is kind of starting to see that it is tangible, that
right,
and it's
what you have as far as going to a show, and
and it's funny the young generation that comes and watch old farts like us maybe play. They're still coming out and in their 20s and they're enjoying it. They're enjoying that band feel, live bands, local artists doing some new stuff.
Right.
I think it's just going to start coming back. There's definitely an interest in it, and we got little pockets. Here at Lake Monticello, we got the pocket of our own musicians here, Charlottesville. We can all work together, work on projects. Always, have website or either a page on Instagram or whatever where we're kind of checking things out. I think it's definitely it's important. Support your local artists. That's for sure. Same with everything. Local business, local artists.
Yeah.
Everything. Try and support that as much as possible. Yeah.
And that's that's the best way to keep all of this rolling.
Yep.
But yeah, this
support your Somatics.
Yeah.
Support your California Howdies. Support those guys. And
Darryl Gibson Music. Let me know when you're putting on that stuff so we can listen to more of it.
Yeah, well, I'll put some of my stuff on my website, DarrylGibsonMusic.com. And but you can listen to Leah Kagarice's new stuff, a couple of her new tunes. But no, I agree, and I love recording new artists, man. So, Chad, you and your band want to come and record a few songs, and it'd be a lot of fun. Oh, and I talked to and just so the audience knows, Jesse Terry, I just spoke with him yesterday. He is the artist that I'm going to interview from this area. He's touring up the East Coast right now. So he's got some things going up that way. I might try and go see him in Philadelphia at some point. So we'll see, and then maybe do a quick interview there. But he's getting buzzes going out about him. Comparing him to James Taylor and stuff like that. So his songwriting is amazing. Yeah. So but yeah, you got to support those people. I mean, a great voice, great songwriting, and the art of songwriting is not dead. And that's kind of the beauty of it. Check out our other episodes and, let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about.
Right.
All right. We'll talk to you later. See y'all.
Check it in. See ya. Bye.